Hello everyone, this is Manvinder and I welcome you all to your favorite channel Beyond Shiksha, where learning takes the center stage. Viewers, today I have come up with a new term and the term is Honorifics. Do you want me to repeat? Not a problem. It is Honorifics. Are you wondering what Honorifics is? If that's the case, do not wonder. In this video, I'll tell you what Honorifics is, how to use it, where to use it, and most importantly, why to use it. Not only that, I will also tell you how to spell it and what's the correct pronunciation of the term Honorifics. So are you ready? Are you excited? So am I. Let's get started. So viewers, the very first thing we're going to discuss about is Honorifics and its spelling. So how do we spell it? We spell it as Honorifics. I repeat, Honorifics. You can also see the spelling on your screen. So this is how we spell Honorifics. Now, you may have noticed that while spelling, this Honorifics has a word called honor in it. That means it is made of a word honor. And what does honor mean? Honor means to give respect. Yes, that is correct. So Honorifics is used to mark respect for the person we are talking about. Don't you worry, we'll discuss about it in details in a moment. So before that, let's talk about the correct pronunciation of this word. So how do we pronounce it? Honorifics. Say it again. Honorifics. One more time. Honorifics. There you go. Great. Now let's talk about what Honorifics is. Well, the nickname of this term is name title. Does it sound familiar to you now? Many of you say yes, I know. Name title is an easy term for you to understand for Honorifics. Now, let me take an example that will help you to understand why we use Honorifics. So look at the screen. There I've written a name, Manmeet Sethi. Now Manmeet Sethi essentially is the name of an individual. Now if I ask you, what gender does Manmeet Sethi belong to? Isn't it difficult for you to guess or to make out? Yeah? Yes? No? Maybe? Well, many of you agree that yes, it is difficult for us to make out that what gender this person belongs to. Now, instead of Manmeet Sethi, if I write Mr. Manmeet Sethi or Mrs. Manmeet Sethi, wouldn't it be easy for you to make out the gender of the person I'm talking about? I'm sure you'll get some idea about the gender of the person we are discussing about in this case. So now, the moment I say Mr. Manmeet Sethi, we understand I'm talking about an individual called Manmeet Sethi who is a male. And the moment I say Mrs. Manmeet Sethi, you understand I'm talking about a female whose name is Manmeet Sethi. In case number 2, when I say Mrs. Manmeet Sethi, we also get an extra information. And that is that Mrs. Manmeet Sethi, that means Manmeet Sethi is a female and she is married. Well, this does not happen in all the cases, but in some cases we get little extra information about the person we are talking about as well. One more question. If I call somebody Manmeet Sethi, or if I call somebody Mr. Manmeet Sethi or Mrs. Manmeet Sethi, what sounds more respectful? I'm sure you agree with me. calling somebody Mr. Manmeet Sethi is more respectful than calling somebody Manmeet Sethi. Now, before we discuss further about honorifics, let me also try to help you to break the name and discuss about the various categories the name can be broken into. Now, since we have taken Manmeet Sethi, we'll continue with him. So, in this name, Manmeet, what is Manmeet? Manmeet is the first name, viewers. It is the first name of this individual. Well, we can also call first name given name. You may have looked at your passports or many government papers. There they ask what is your given name. So given name is your first name. Example, your name is Rajiv Sharma. So Rajiv is your given name or your first name. Now, what is Sethi in that case? So Sethi is your last name. What is it? Your last name. Or we can also call it surname. But when we say surname, it should be spelled as S-U-R-N-A-M-E, not S-I-R. It should be S-U-R-N-A-M-E, surname. Well, there's one more name to it. Any idea what is that? Yes? Yes, some of you have guessed it correct. That is family name. So the last name can be called last name, surname or family name. Now there are certain people who have got a middle name as well. Like instead of Manmeet Sethi, I can also give his name as Manmeet Singh Sethi. In this case, Singh is going to be the middle name of this individual. I hope you understood how the name can be broken. And of course, if I use Mr., Mrs., that's going to be the title or the honorifics I'm going to use. Now let's talk about the list of honorifics that we use before the name. So the very first on the list is M-I-S-S, Miss. Very important part is the pronunciation here, viewers. It is Miss, the S sound, Miss. And who do we use Miss for? It is used for a girl child or a female who is not yet married. I repeat, for a girl child or for an unmarried woman. Alright, that's where we use Miss as an honorifics or name title. Now second one in the list is Mrs. I repeat, Mrs. And how do we write it? M-R-S. And what does it mean? So the moment we use Mrs., that means we're talking about somebody who is a female and she is married. I repeat, Mrs. is used for a female who is married. Alright. Now third one, very importantly, is MS. That is Ms. Now this is not Miss, this is Ms. I've heard many people at times use it correct, but they pronounce it incorrectly. And that's where they write Ms, but they pronounce it as Miss. And that's where you make a mistake. And the Miss and Miss becomes the same. So it's important, while you write MS, you means Ms, the Z sound, Ms. Say after me, Ms, not Miss, Ms. Alright? Great. So the best part with Ms is, it has nothing to do with your marital status. Whether the person is married, not married, doesn't matter. As long as it's a female and she is 18 or above, you can always use Ms. I mean, we have a lot more things to think of. We don't really have to go to ask somebody, excuse me, are you married? Okay, let me call you Mrs. Are you not married? Let me call you Miss. No. Nothing to be worried about. Simply use Ms. Whether the person is married or not married, doesn't matter. Alright? The safest honorifics to be used for a female is Ms. Now, let's discuss about male as well. So now, if you have got a male child, a boy child, what do we use? We use MSTR. I repeat, MSTR. And how do we pronounce it? It is master. I repeat, it is master. In spoken English, master is slightly outdated. So people usually do not use it. Even if you do not use, that is perfectly alright. But in papers and documents, it is still relevant. Now, if there is a male who is 18 and above, irrespective of their marital status, same like Ms. So if I'm talking about a male and that male is 18 or above, whether married, not married, doesn't matter. We can use Mr. What do we use? Mr. And how do we write it? MR. So MR is Mr. for any adult who is a male irrespective of their marital status. Now, the next one, very importantly, it is very important, it is MX. Are you wondering what MX is? Is it a new thing for you? I know for many of you. So MX is pronounced as mix. I repeat, mix. Like we write MIX, mix, same way. So MX is mix. And who do we use it for? For the third gender. I repeat, for the third gender or somebody who does not want to reveal their gender, they can also write MX as name title. Many times you have got certain documents where it is mandatory for you to write your name title, and if you do not want to disclose what gender you belong to, you can simply write MX, that is mix. Or if you are trying to address somebody who is a third gender, then you can also write MX. Alright? And how do we pronounce it? Mix. Now, these are certain name titles that we use for individuals. At times, we also use certain honorifics depending on person's designation. And like, let's say somebody is a doctor. So how do we write? We write DR as doctor. If somebody is an engineer, we write ER, that is engineer. If you're talking about a professor, we write PROF, that is used for a professor. Alright, so like I said, if somebody has a very high designation, like somebody is a doctor, very reputed doctor, somebody is an engineer, somebody is an architect, somebody is an advocate, somebody is a professor, we can use the name title, the honorifics before their name as well. Like doctor is DR, engineer is ER, professor is PROF, advocate ADV, so on and so forth. Since we're talking about honorifics, one thing is very important for us to understand. Whenever we use honorifics, we always either use the full name of the person or we only use the last name of the person. We never ever use the first name of the person, and this is a very common mistake, viewers, that many of us do, and we should never do, neither in spoken English nor in writing English. Let me take an example. So if somebody's name is Rakesh Sharma, so this person should either be called Mr. Rakesh Sharma or Mr. Sharma. Should not be called Mr. Rakesh at all. I repeat, if somebody's name is Rakesh Sharma, either call him Mr. Sharma or Mr. Rakesh Sharma. Both are equally correct, but Mr. Rakesh is absolutely incorrect. Alright viewers, same goes with Dr. Abhinav, incorrect. Dr. Abhinav Sinha, yes, or Dr. Sinha. That's how we use honorifics. Now, since we discussed about honorifics, I am looking forward to share one more thing with you. At times, we also want to flaunt our degrees or the degrees that we have obtained. We really want to write with the name. You must have seen many people write about their degree being MBBS, LLB, PhD. But whenever we talk about the degrees, that always come after the name. Example, Dr. Abhinav Malhotra, MBBS. Or a very famous movie, Munna Bhai, MBBS. They don't say MBBS, Munna Bhai, no. The degree has to come always after the name, right? Rajat Sharma, LLB. Indra Gupta, IPS. Ashwani Mathur, IAS. Seema Gupta, IAS. So whenever we talk about the highly reputed degrees, well, this is not to be used for BCom or BA or BSc. Of course, these are equally important degrees. However, we only flaunt our degrees which are highly reputed, like IAS, IPS, LLB, MBBS, PhD, MPhil, so on and so forth. And that is to be used after the name. Alright? So always say Mr. Ankit Sharma, IPS, not IPS, Mr. Ankit Sharma. However, if somebody is an inspector, so Inspector Ankit Sharma, and in case we're talking about the degree, Ankit Sharma, IPS. Alright, so hope you understood honorifics by heart now. Now you'll be using the honorifics very often, and that too with the correct usage. If you found this video useful, all you have to do is to motivate us with your likes, comments, and shares. Your likes and comments really motivate us. It's a virtual pat on back, and it keeps us going. I got many comments from you for our last videos as well, and that really help us to keep going. Alright, so share this video as well with your friends, family, colleagues, and relatives, and do watch our Pronunciation Pro series. That's very important series to sharpen your pronunciation skills as well. Alright, in case you have not subscribed this channel, it is same as a crime. Do it now. You already have missed so many good videos, and there are lot many more coming your way. I don't want you to miss any of those. And hit the bell icon, because that's how the moment we come up with any of the videos, immediately you get the notification and we get to e-meet with each other. There are videos coming from trainer Raman, from Educate Ayan Khaldra, and very soon we are going to introduce one more trainer, and she is going to come up with, oh my god, I've given you the hint, she is going to come up with something very new, very exciting as well. So do subscribe the channel, and I'll see you soon with another dose of learning. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and most importantly, keep learning. And how would you do that? By watching your favorite channel, Beyond Shiksha.